Welcome back. As Oklahoma navigates through $1 billion budget hole, pressure is growing for about 500 smaller school districts to make big sacrifices.
Just today, we learned that Oktaha schools cutting back to a 4-day week. New at 10, 2 Works for You reporter Darcy Jackson takes a look at the tough decisions happening right now in schools across Oklahoma.
For 97 years, Drumright Schools has been housed in history. The tornado tradition is felt in hallways and classrooms.
It's really neat to think that you used to just look up to where you are now, and you're at this age you start getting jobs and looking into colleges, and you didn't think that you would make it to this point.
But lately, history has given way to reality.
It's old, it's neat, it's not very energy efficient, and it's pretty expensive to run.
Now this piece of Drumright history sits on the chopping block.
And it's going to make us sad, and people in the community are going to be upset to lose this legacy. But the people need to be upset with Oklahoma City.
Drumright is just one district that's still stinging after the state cut nearly $47 million from education. Up to $150,000 is a big hit for a small district like Drumright, which receives less than $2 million from the state.
That's 3 people that I can keep, three teachers I can keep in the classroom versus the cost of this building operation.
High school students would move to Drumright's middle school, built to accommodate growth thanks to a bond issue 6 years ago.
We're making the tough decisions, and this is one of them, and I've got to live with that, and I'm prepared to do that because I think it's the right decision.
When someone asks me, do we have too many school districts? The answer is absolutely yes, we do.
State Superintendent Joy Hoffmeister says consolidation is an emerging topic among Oklahoma's 500-plus school districts, each with its own superintendent, support staff, and building costs. Hoffmeister says whittling down the number of districts must be done strategically.
We really need to be careful that we are really going to have a savings with the funds, if that's the motivation.
Some parents say the money spent outside the classroom is the problem. The National Center for Education Statistics shows less than half of the state's education employees are teachers. Hoffmeister agrees administration costs must be addressed.
We have seen an increase in these positions, and we are calling on the legislature to eliminate some of these mandates.
It may be too late for the old Drumright High School. Administrators consider closing it a necessary sacrifice for the bigger picture.
We're going to patch and work and keep going and figure out some way to keep it about the kids and keep them in the classroom with good teachers.
Meanwhile, students from Drumright are hoping for a miracle.
It's the sake of the children instead of the sake of saving money. If we have to spend a little money to keep our education sacred, then so be it.
In Drumright, Darcy Jackson, 2 Works for You.
Meanwhile, Spavinaw schools are looking at ending kindergarten through 8th grade programs and moving 71 students into surrounding districts. Administrators say low enrollment forced them to consider it for years. Town hall meetings now slated for later this year in Spavinaw to talk about closing down.